So factoring difference of two squares, a couple different ways we can go about this. I'm going to teach you both ways, but it is pretty simple. I would say the easiest way is just to identify this pattern. When you see this pattern that's the difference of two things being squared, you could just write it like this. And that is the easiest way, but there is another method. So let me start with that method first because it goes right along with the factoring we just did. So x squared minus 16, notice there's no x term. That's kind of the indicator that, hey, we got a difference of two squares. Now it does have to be a minus, that's why it's called the difference of two squares, because of the minus sign. But picture this, it's x squared, and then I'm going to put plus 0x, and then minus 16. So how does this make sense? Well, since there's no x term, we could just say it's 0x, right? And then now, we could do the diamond method. What multiplies a negative 16 and adds to 0? So two numbers that multiply to negative 16 and add to 0 would be 4 and negative 4, right? Because 4 minus 4 is 0, and 4 times negative 4 is negative 16. So right there, you can see the answer would be x plus 4, x minus 4. Let me just rearrange this a little bit. Don't know why I did that. So what's the other method? Like I said, the other method is just to identify that we have difference of two squares here, and to realize that, you know, if you have something squared minus something else squared, so in this case you would have x squared, right? Let me just write it in parentheses, that's x squared, and then the difference, so minus, and then 4 squared, so that's something squared as well. So we could just write that as a plus b, so that would be x plus 4, and a minus b, x minus 4. And it doesn't matter, you could do the x minus 4 first. So that's just going right along with this right here. I could have just written it right there. So in this case, a squared, a would be x, and b would be the 4. So you just do x plus 4, x minus 4, following right along with there. And remember, this is reverse FOIL. So that's why I told you back in the last couple sections ago when we were foiling these out, when we were distributing these out, pay attention to the patterns. It's going to make it a lot easier when we get to the factoring like we are now to just see that pattern and to understand that if we were to distribute this out, the 4x's would cancel and leave us with x squared minus 16. So this one here, you could picture this as x is being squared and 2 being squared, right? So rewriting this would be x plus 2, x minus 2. And remember, it does have to have that minus sign. It is the difference of two squares. So what's this? This is just the area model. Same idea. So if you were to think of 121 minus x squared, so if we were to picture this as something squared, this would be 11 squared, and this would be x squared, right? And it is a minus, that checks off. And so remember the form, a squared minus b squared could be rewritten as a plus b, a minus b. So I could write this as 11 plus x, 11 minus x. And I wanted to do this example because notice this is minus x squared this time, so x is going on the right. And they gave us the factor of 11 minus x, so we're going to answer with the other factor, which is 11 plus x. Same thing here, x squared minus 25. If you were to factor x squared minus 25, you could picture this as x squared and 5 squared. Good thing we got that minus sign, so this would be x plus 5, x minus 5. So difference of two squares is not too bad. Once again, we're going to answer with just the width. So x plus 5 is the factor given, so we're going to answer with the x minus 5.